Many of you install inverters on your own and do it incorrectly. Let's take a look at what the mistake is.
The inverter itself is fine. From the outside, everything also seems okay, right? But let's look inside and see how it's all put together. Look at this, it's terrible, just awful. There's no insulation at all. We're basically waiting for the wires to get rubbed through. There are already some damages here. Moving on and on. What is this? Some kind of rubber piece like a little condom. And these wires are extremely thin for 2 kilowatts. We're going to redo everything now, and you'll see how it's supposed to look. I sketched out a small layout of how this should look. Here's the negative. We'll be using a 2 AWG cable. The pass-through in the body has to be this exact type. It keeps water from getting in from the outside. Now on the other side, the inverter's positive terminal, the waterproof body pass-through, and the terminal connector. We place a 250 amp fuse here, then add another jumper, and that will go to the positive line. We'll be using heat shrink tubing, red for the positive cables and black for the negative. We'll also use this crimping tool for these copper lugs, whatever you want to call them. You'll definitely need these pliers as well. And this is the correct cable cross-section you should use. These are welding cables, if anyone's interested. You see, heavy-duty welding cable. With this wire, you'll never have any issues. We'll assemble everything now and show you how it looks. Make sure to get a hole saw of the right diameter so it matches the fittings thread perfectly. When drilling a pass-through in the body, it needs to fit precisely, nice and tight. Alright guys, so these cutters we use for trimming. Now we need to install this piece right here. We leave about 1.5 centimeters, twist it a bit. I always tell my employees, never touch these cutters. They have to stay perfect and razor sharp. We twist it carefully so the strands don't fold over. Then we grab this tool and start crimping everything down. Maybe it doesn't look perfect. The crimp bit into it a little and over squeezed it. The main thing is that it's firmly in place. We take the scissors, grab the heat shrink tubing, leave around 5 centimeters, put it on. Honestly, it's even better to do this with expanding foam. So that's one cable done. Now we'll keep going with the rest and show you the final result. So we made this small adapter that goes from the battery to the fuse, and then from the fuse it will run to the inverter. The main thing is that everything's done properly. That's the rule in our shop. Everything has to be on point. Just look how much this little adapter costs on Amazon. It's insane, unbelievable, and we make it ourselves. Remember how it's supposed to look. Here's the battery, the positive goes through the fuse, and then it continues on to the inverter. Guys, let's take a look at what we have here in the end. How it looks on this side and how it looks on this side. This is exactly how it should look. Now this is done properly. Here we tightened everything properly and applied a special protective coating. Next, we'll secure everything with zip ties. If this video was helpful for you, hit like, subscribe, and you know where to find us. See you later.